What's up, party people and people who like to party? Welcome back to the Pop Quiz Effect. Now that we are knee-deep into Season 3 of Black Ops 6 and before Season 3 Reloaded gives us more content for multiplayer and Warzone, I thought this would be a perfect time to do what I would like to call the state of Call of Duty or the state of Black Ops 6. This is where we're going to take a look at Call of Duty in its current state and ask the tough questions about where the game currently stands, such as is the Black Ops 6 better, is Black Ops 6 in a better or worse place since the game has launched? Is Black Ops 6 better than Modern Warfare 3 at this time last year? And maybe the most important question on top of all of the hacking, cheating, and connection issues and other problems plaguing game modes like Warzone and others, is the game worth buying and playing at this point? And the answer to that question is not going to be so easy to answer, but stick around to the end of this video as I answer those questions and more and give my 2 cents on the state of Black Ops 6. So grab your number 2 pencils and lock in, because class is in session. Now, the first question we're going to ask about the state of Black Ops 6 is Black Ops 6 better or worse since launch? Now, to answer that question, we have to compare the game now to when the game was launched. Now, when it comes to maps, weapons, maps, and game modes, after Season 3 of every Call of Duty, after more weapons, maps, game modes, and perks, Ninja Turtles, Terminators, Jay and Silent Bob, and all that good stuff has been added.
Jay and Silent Bob are in the his hills!
The game definitely has much more variety and more to offer than what it did at launch, and that is just natural for all Call of Duty games if you're familiar with the way the Call of Duty works when it comes to how the seasons work, where every season they, instead of the old map pack system that they used to have back in the original Call of Duties, with the season system where they, go season by season and release additional content. Now, so with that being said, it definitely has much more variety than what it did at launch. Now, I am not a Warzone player, but there are more options for Warzone than there were when the game first started, especially with Season 3 bringing back Verdansk. Now, the game definitely has more weapons and definitely needs to work on its weapon balancing, but definitely has more weapons than it did at launch. I'm definitely loving the new Krieg assault rifle and the new AMAX from Season 3. They need to add a couple more submachine guns. The last submachine gun they added was the PPSH submachine gun. So right now there's currently, I believe it's like three more assault rifles than there are submachine guns. So they definitely need to balance that out. Now, there's definitely much more maps with and without kill streak, specifically the strike maps, than what they were at launch. And again, that is just natural with the progression of the seasons. But some of these kill streak maps like Bounty, Dealership, and Barrage are just absolutely horrible in my opinion. That is why I've converted to strictly playing strike maps. I'm having way more fun playing these strike maps than I have in any previous Call of Duties. Maps like Racket, Lifeline, Bullet, and Nomad are definitely some of the best maps that I have played in a long time. Now, as far as the perks are concerned, there are definitely better and more variety with perks than at launch, like Hunter's Instinct, Slipstream, and Shrapnel Radar. Definitely have been great perk additions. Probably need to add 1 or 2 more perks to the Recon and Strategist to balance things out. Maybe more specifically to Strategist to balance things out. Now, the Overdrive game mode has definitely been an absolute hit. If you haven't played Overdrive, basically the best way I can describe it, it's like the old Crank game mode just on steroids. Not these modern day steroids, but I'm talking about the anabolic steroids from back in the WWE days. Overdrive will definitely have you running around the map like Forrest Gump.
I just felt like running.
Now, thank you to everyone who has bought and is going to buy the Ninja Turtles operators. There is nothing more visible than a Michelangelo or Leonardo peeking around or walking through a door. The player visibility on the Ninja Turtles is beyond perfect, so thank you, Treyarch, for that. Now, even with all that good, there is always some negative that comes with it, maybe a lot of negative. for this Call of Duty specifically. The connection and packet burst issues have definitely been a huge issue. Now, I play on a LAN connection. I do not play on Wi-Fi. I do not recommend that anybody do play on Wi-Fi, specifically for this Call of Duty with all the connection issues that they have been having. But if you have no choice but to play on Wi-Fi, I'm certainly understanding of that. They definitely need to, but even if you do play on Wi-Fi, there's really no excuses why the game is having such connection issues. It's 2025. There's no excuses there. You know, the Activision just do better. You know, period. Now, skill-based matchmaking is probably the biggest ongoing issue, but that's not going anywhere anytime soon. So definitely not going to dive too much into that because we would basically be here all day, and I don't have enough gameplay for that. I wish I did. But with all of that, weighing all the positives and the negatives, since launch, I would definitely say the game is in a better state since launch, just based on the variety that the game has had since launch. Could it be better? Absolutely, but better than the alternative. Now, second question that we're going to ask and answer about the state of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is Black Ops 6 better or worse than Modern Warfare 3 at the same time last year? Now, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this, so I thought I'd give my 2 cents on this. Now, just due to the fact, and now, first and foremost, this is not going to be an easy question to answer. And that is just due to the fact that Modern Warfare 3 was everything that Modern Warfare, the previous year's Modern Warfare 2 wasn't. The previous year's Modern Warfare 2 was trash. The maps were trash, the way the game moved was trash, everything about that game was trash.
Take out the papers and the trash.
The game, Modern Warfare 3, in comparison to Modern Warfare 2, was much faster, which made the game play better. Now, the nostalgia of playing the original Modern Warfare 2 maps, because Modern Warfare 3 released the original, started, or at launch, basically started with the original Modern Warfare 2 maps. To me, I thought that was a pretty good idea, because the nostalgia of playing those maps from the original Modern Warfare 2, like Rust, High Rise, Terminal, and Scrapyard, gave that game instant replayability from the time the game launched until they started adding content in Season 1. And then, actually, as a side note, they actually gave you the ability to play some of the previous year's maps, which some of those maps were okay, which was actually pretty cool as well. Now, so let's see here. So it gave the game instant replayability from the time the game launched until they added content from Season 1, which is more than Black Ops 6 at launch. Now, it didn't matter that the maps were 10 years old. They were much better than the maps from the previous year's Call of Duty and some of the launch maps from this year's Call of Duty. Meat from Season 1 and Häagen-Dazs, Das Haus from Season 2 are some of the best maps of all time. But then again, so are Racket from Season 1 and Lifeline and Bullet from Season 2 and Nomad from the current Season 3. Now, when it comes to weapons, because Modern Warfare 3 was basically an add-on to Modern Warfare 2, the variety of weapons from both Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 was second to none. Having that many assault rifles and submachine guns to choose from gave everyone a gun that they can identify with instead of everyone choosing the same meta weapons. Much more variety than this Call of Duty at launch, just due to that reason. Now, Modern Warfare 3 didn't have nearly the same connection and packet burst issues that Black Ops 6 is currently having, but with all of that great that was Modern Warfare 3 at this time last year, and it was a lot of great, I am going to go on record and say that Black Ops 6 is slightly better, and I mean slightly better, than Modern Warfare 3 at this time last year. The reason why I say slightly better is even though Modern Warfare 3 was better than Modern Warfare 2, it didn't have Omni movement. Omni movement has given Call of Duty such a refreshing experience. It feels like playing Advanced Warfare when Exo movement was added. It was Call of Duty just a little bit different, and every few years you do have to do something different. If Modern Warfare 3 had Omni movement, this wouldn't even be a conversation. But since it doesn't, and it also doesn't have the strike maps, I would say that Black Ops 6 is slightly better than Modern Warfare 3 at this time last year, but by the slightest of margins. Now, for the final question, before I do get into that, I just want to take a moment for all the support that I've been getting in launching these videos. These are the first videos that I've been launching on YouTube, and ever since I've getting closer to launching these videos, the support I've been getting is much appreciated. So just want to take a shout out for that. And just so that you don't miss out on any videos or live streams, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I'm going to try to upload as much content as I can with live streams Monday through Friday. So please don't miss out whenever class is in session. Now, to answer the final question so the last question we're going to ask on the state of Black Ops 6, is Black Ops 6 worth buying and playing at this point? Now, this is not going to be an easy question to answer, so I'll try to get through this as seamless as possible. It depends on, now I'm the type of person where I don't like answering a question with it depends. I like a simple yes or no, especially when it comes to how you're going to be spending your money. But in this case, it really depends, and I'll explain. It depends on what you like to play. If you are a Warzone player, which I am not, by the way, but if you are strictly a Warzone player, unless you are a streamer, even with Omni movement in its current state, I would say a full hard pass on Warzone for this Call of Duty. Even with the return of Verdansk, with all the hacking, cheating, and connection issues that are going on in Warzone and Black Ops 6 is definitely not worth the hassle, in my opinion. Now, you're probably thinking, Quiz, you play and stream Black Ops 6. How could you advise people not to play a game that you play and stream? Well, that's pretty simple. I'm an old school Call of Duty player, and to me, Warzone never has and never will interest me. Now, in fact, be on the lookout for a future video that I'm going to be doing where I'm going to explain why Warzone is the worst thing to happen to Call of Duty. Now, if you are a zombies player, you will actually like this Call of Duty. With round-based zombies being brought back, those who remember the good old days of zombies will appreciate this Call of Duty, especially with the added directed mode. Now, when it comes to multiplayer, if I had to base this answer just only on multiplayer maps with kill streaks, even with Omni movement, in my opinion, outside of maps like Babylon, Nuketown, Grind, and Firing Range, which are older maps, by the way, the multiplayer maps in this Call of Duty absolutely, positively, unequivocally, 100% suck, pure and simple.
We suck!
If Black Ops 6 did not have strike maps, I would be playing Modern Warfare 3 right now. Bounty, Dealership, and Barrage are some of the worst maps ever created, in my opinion, and those are season add-ons. And because skill-based matchmaking makes it pretty much damn near impossible, at least for me, to obtain worthwhile kill streaks like the War Machine, there's really no point of banging on a lot of these bigger maps. Now, thank the COD gods that I don't have to base this answer just based on the fact of the kill streak maps. The strike maps are not only the best maps in the game, but they are the reason why I play and stream the game as well. Now, and it is also the reason why I would recommend the game to anyone who misses or loves playing fast-paced, old-school, chaotic Call of Duty. Maps like Racket, Lifeline, and Nomad and Bullet are just what the doctors order and have been a breath of fresh air to play on. But for more on strike maps, definitely check out my video on why strike maps are the best thing to happen to Call of Duty. So to wrap this up, because I have a couple more minutes left in this video, for Warzone players and people who play big maps with kill streaks, good luck and God bless. I hope COD is doing what they need to do for you to get the enjoyment out of Black Ops 6, because everyone needs to have something about this game that keeps them playing this game every day and twice on Sunday. But for zombies and for those who like playing these strike maps with the new Omni movement, Black Ops 6 is definitely a must-buy, a must-have, and definitely looking forward to the new strike maps, or what the new strike maps will look like with the new upcoming seasons, and definitely hope that they, add strike maps to basically Call of Duty going forward. But that's pretty much all that I have for this video. Tell me about how you're feeling about the current state of Black Ops 6. Is it in a better or worse place since launch? Have you gone back to Modern Warfare 3? And is Black Ops worth it to you based on what you like to play? Now, with that being said, park and lot your comments in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, please do me, myself, and I a huge favor, and He-Man Hulk, smash that like button. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that you know whenever class is in session. This is the Pop Quiz Effect, Class dismissed.
I was running.